ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। We'll discuss something about ideal household life. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, 11th verse is saying, Loke vyavayami samadya seva nitya hi jantur nahita chodana. Loke means in this material world, vyavaya means sex indulgence, amisa means meat eating, madhya means liquor seva, means taking liquor. So in this material world, the conditioned soul is always inclined to sex, meat eating and intoxication. So in this material world, this is a common tendency of the conditioned soul for sex indulgence, to be engaged in sexual indulgence and try to derive pleasure from sex life, from meat eating and intoxication. But in their scriptures, therefore religious scriptures actually never encourage such activities, because this is naturally, commonly people doing this. So why scripture will encourage this thing? One animal doesn't need any training for eating or for mating, because this is common tendency in animals. Even the conditioned souls, even in humans, this is also a tendency. Religious scriptures never encourage, because this is called pravruti marga. Religious scriptures are to make us free from the bondage, to make us free from the suffering stage, to bring us to the path of real happiness. These are the tendencies which make the conditioned soul bound more and more in the material world. But in religious scriptures, they provide some scriptural injunctions, some rules, regulations for provide the facility for sex, and also like through marriage ceremony, through sacred marriage ceremony. For meat eating, a sacrificial offering, and similarly also for intoxication. So, the goal of the Shastra, the Vedic literature, to make us free, make us liberate from the conditioned stage. Because the conditioned soul, they are suffering in this world since time immemorial. To bring us out of the suffering stage and give us them eternal happiness, the words of Bhagavan, because Bhagavan Krishna is the supreme well-wishing friend. He is the most well-wisher for the conditioned souls. So for their benefit, for their real happiness, the Shastras all recorded, written in that way. But the conditioned jiva, suffering in this world because of his attachment to the body and to the material world. I and mineness. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Punsas triyaha mithuni bhavam etan trayo mitha hrudaya granthim ahu ataha gruha kshetra sutapta bitai janasya mohayam aham mameti. Janasya means common people. Their moha, their attachment, deep-rooted attachment. Aham mameti. Me, my body and mineness, my family, my world, my relatives, my wife, children, like this. Aham mamati, I and mineness. How it developed? It begins with Prunsas Triya Mithuni Bhavam Etan. It begins with the sexual attraction between male and female. And after that, there is a bondage is established. Hrudaya Granthim, how? They think that, oh, I found my soulmate. My sweetheart, my soulmate, my near and dear, is my life partner. These are the terms people use to make these flowery words to encourage us more and more to trap us in bondage. Like before slaughter of the goat is taken much care. They given nice grass, nice petting, so that make them comfortable before slaughtering the goat. So similarly, the ignorant people of this world, they don't know what they are doing. They encourage us, oh, nice family, sweet family, this. But actually, they are putting us more and more trapped in this world. They are actually pushing us inside a blind well of suffering. They are not encouraging us to get real happiness, how to be free from bondage. Punsastriya mithuni bhavam etan trayo mitham hrudaya granthim ahur ata gruha kshetra. After that, gruha means house is required. Where will I enjoy our life? House. Field of activities. I need karma, my job, my work, my business to earn some money, to maintain my family, my life. This is my life. I met some children from very young age, maybe teenage, 12, 15 years, some boys and girls. And so devotee asked, why not you coming to temple nowadays? When you were young, you recited Bhagavad Gita, you took part in temple activities. Why not coming now? Oh, they simply reply, life got busy now. We have so many things to do in our life. What type of business is this? They're more and more entangled in illusion, in Maya. This is aham mameti janasya mohayam aham mameti. It starts. This is the nature of this world. And people trying to become happy in this fool's paradise. Actually, this body is nothing but a bag of urine, stool, mucus, air, bile, all these nasty things. This body is a bag of all these things. And we are planning so many things. Our body is so beautiful and I need to enjoy this. This is my life and this and this. But you don't know this body and somebody who is identifying himself with this body, identifying all his activities centered around the body, that person is no better than an animal. In Bhagavatam is saying, Sa eva go khara. Even best, the worst class of animal, that's called a donkey, the most foolish, most least intelligent animal is donkey. See, Bhagavatam comparing the consciousness of these type of people, those who are fully engrossed in the bodily life and doing all his activities centered around the bodily pleasure, these people are called donkey consciousness. Go khara. And poet Vidyapati, great Vaishnava poet, he has very simple words he has explained. The so-called happiness in this world It is like Tatala Saikata Bari Bindu Sama Sutamita Ramani Samaje. As a little shower of rain in a hot desert. In a desert, it's very hot. Only sand, no water. People are thirsty, dying of a thirst. In a hot desert, if you shower few drops of rain, can it satisfy the heat of the desert? Can it pacify the deserts? No. Similarly, the jiva, those are foolish living entity, foolish people, those who are trying to get happiness in this world by so-called Sutta Mita Ramani, by so-called children, by women enjoyment, by wife, and friendship, relatives, money, property. Can these things make them happy? It is as if little bit shower of rain in the hot desert. This is like people are so foolish. They are actually ignorant. That's why there is arrangement is there. Shastra is, Bhagavan is so merciful. He's not telling that you cannot enjoy life. You can enjoy sex life, but how? There is an arrangement is given called married life. And through married life, somebody will be allowed to have sex, but not for own pleasure, but for begetting children, to create some Krishna conscious progeny, children, so that those children will be beneficial for the whole world, will have good quality children. So Arjuna, the great devotee of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, is also saying same thing. If there will be not proper progeny, children will be born out of sanskar, if they are not having those good qualities, if the male, female, they are not in proper marriage, they are not proper marriage life, they are like so-called couples nowadays. Without other than India, those are following this Varnashram system, following the Vedic culture around the world. How people live? They just live. They are mutual, only based on mutual attraction. For bodily attraction, male, female, they couple. Oh, this is my boyfriend, my girlfriend. There is no system like marriage or Vedic way of life. This is called so-called animalistic life. The animal, what they do? To whom they like, they just couple it themselves and meet themselves, they remain together. So similarly, so-called humans, is Bhagavatam is saying, Bhagavatam is written thousands of years ago. The loke bebaya amishamad, this is the natural tendency, natural instincts for the jiva to have like this male-female attraction is there. There is no system, varnashram system. And what is the result? Result in Bhagavad Gita, it is very clearly told. Adharma abhibavat Krishna pradyusanti kulastriya strisu drishtasu varshnya jayate varna sankara sankara narakayava kula gnanam kulasya cha patanti pitarohi esa lupta pindo daka kriya. I am not going to explain whole verse, but I am going to explain that Sankara Narakayaiva. Sankara means unwanted progeny. The unwanted progeny is born if the male females they are mating is like animals. No proper timing, no rules, no regulations, not based on the injunction of Shastra. Bhagavan has given certain rules, regulations based on religious principle. Sex life should be based on religious principle so that you will not be entangled in the bondage. So that you will not be in bondage. You will not be conditioned more and more deep in the ignorance. Rather, you will be even having, when you following the rules, regulations, your sex life is based on the religious principles given by Lord Krishna. Then you will be free from this bondage and attain ultimate perfection of the life. You will be free from this cycle of birth and death. Otherwise, life after life, since that you will be again trapped in the cycle of birth and this. This is the opposite. So this concept is very difficult to understand persons who don't know what is Vedic culture of life. That's why Arjuna is saying, this unwanted progeny, unwanted population born from unrestricted sex life, does not on Vedic life of no marriage, no rules, regulations, just having sex and produce children like animals doing same. That is worse than animals. And those progeny, what they do, Sankara Narakayaiva, they make the whole world like hell. What is hell? Hell, there is only suffering. People are searching, thirsty for having happiness, some relief. Where there is no relief for the suffering, that is called hell. So this world, present world we are residing, it is like hellish planet. And who made this? And this is made by those unwanted progeny. That's why it is very important, very necessary to understand what is ideal marriage life. Very necessary. Without this, you are going to live in this hellish condition forever. That's why this is the condition. But those who are properly following the religious principles, those marriage life are based on religious principles, and they are so much divine, and they will be always remain in blissful life, and the byproducts, the children, will be so beneficial for others. And by this type of population, now preaching activity is going on, and they are trying to rescue the other rest of the world. And where these persons came from? This came from ideal marriage life. That's why how much is necessary to beget a good children, beget a good child, ideal Vaishnav child, who can help the other people save their life from going to hell. Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says, how we can save the society going to dogs? If you want to save the society going to dog's life, then try to promote ideal Vedic marriage life. This is the only way you can save the society. That's why it's very necessary. What is the actually Gruhastha? What is ideal Gruhastha does? What is his activities? Is it not same? We are having without marriage, also we are having sex and we are enjoying, we also producing children, we are doing job, working. This is same? Not same. The actually Gruhastha, actually real Gruhastha, word is actually term. There is a word called a Gruhastha and a Gruha Medhi. The two words are there. Little bit analyze what is real Gruhastha. Ideal marriage life, it's called Gruhastha life. And which is not ideal, that's called Gruha Medhi. Jan Maithunadi Gruha Medhi Sukham Hi Tucham. What is the happiness? Explained those who are not ideal marriage life. That is Bhagavatam saying. Those who are not ideal marriage life, so-called marriage life, they marry, but their life is like animalistic life. About them, Srimad Bhagavatam, what saying? Jan Maithunadi Gruhamedi Sukham Hi Tucham Kanduyanena Karoyar Ibadukha Dukham Tripyanti Neha Kripana Bahudukha Bhajo Kandutibat Manasija Bisa Heta Dhira. These people, those who are not following Vedic principles in their marriage life, who are they? Bhagavatam saying they are Gruha Medhi, and their only pleasure is sexual pleasure, and that is insignificant. Why? People are telling. So big poets, big writers, philosophers writing, this is the real love. This is the highest divine spiritual love. This is like God. These are all encouraging us to go to hell. This is nothing. Real love doesn't exist in this way. If you want to know what is real love, read Bhagavad Gita. Real love exists between a pure spirit soul and Bhagavan himself, Krishna. That relationship is pure, where there is unconditional, unmotivational, and that is not partial or artificial. Real love exists because soul and super soul, not this bodily nasty pleasure, is real love. That's why Bhagavatam is saying, Jan Maithunadi Gruhamedi Sukami Tucham. They are so called sensual pleasure in the household life is insignificant. How it is? How insignificant? Kanduyanena karoyar ibadukha dukham. When you will have some itching, some scabies, you will itch your hand, you scratch, you will get very nice, feeling so good, so good. You're itching. When itching begins, it gives so much pleasure. But after that, what happens? When we scratch the skin, blood comes out, they become wounded and pus formation, and slowly we begin to get this suffering, pain, burning, and injury. This becomes more and more. Kanduyanena karayor ibadukha dukkham. But those who are kripan, what is kripan? Those who don't know, they're not aware of the goal of their life. Their destination is not to understand supreme absolute truth. What is supreme absolute happiness? They are called kripan, miserly consciousness. Those who are wasting their human life, that is called miserly consciousness. They are not utilizing their human life, value in human life for a good purpose, for real purpose, for understanding the absolute truth, understanding, searching for absolute happiness. Those persons are called miserly people, kripanam. And this kripanam, they never become satisfied. Although they're trying day and night, keep on trying. Becoming old, they're trying to keep up to become young again to indulge themselves in this. So like this. Neho kripana, they never gets happiness and they never satisfied. Bahu dukkha, even after getting so much suffering, still you tell, please come. Why are you suffering in this world? Come. This is real happiness. You will get real life. Our Vaishnavas, great devotees, they have shown you real happiness, real life. You will have very good life. No, I am happy here. I am alright. I am fine. So these people are kripana, unfortunate and very, very hopeless case. But even after getting so much suffering, bahu dukkha vaja, kanduti bad manasi jab visaheta dhira. But those persons, those who are, they can tolerate this itching and they are steady. Those persons are above, they are not gruha medhi. These gruha medhi people, so-called, those are not ideal household life. What is their life? Prahlad Maharaj telling. They matirna krishne parata satoba mithobi padyeta gruha vratanam adanta govi bisatam tamisram puna charbita charbananam. Their mind never engaged in the service chanting of Krishna's name and glories. Never. They are only busy in their own lila, own life. They think our household life, our sweet family is my life and soul. This is my brata, this is my bhav. I have taken bhav. What? To do and die in my family only. Only my family. Gruhastha, Matirna Krishna, Parata. Even you preach to them, explain them, try to help them come out from the hellish life, but still they don't want. You can never convince them. Gruha Pratanam, they think their house, whole life is their brata. Their bhav is to remain and suffer and die and suffer like rotten, become rotten in the household life only. This is called a Gruha Pratanam. Adanta Govihi means the senses are uncontrolled. They never want to try to control their senses. No. Bisatam Tamisam, always again and again they more and more entering into the darkness of ignorance. They are always chewing the chewed. They know people have chewed this. There is no juice in it. But still, they take that substance again chew. They are doing same thing again and again repeatedly. This is Gruha Brata. These are Gruha Medhi. But actually Gruhastha is higher than this. Actually Gruhastha is not this, which is recommended by scriptures, religious principles. They follow, and their household life is based on religious principles. And their goal, what is their goal? Is not sense gratification. Their goal is Haritosana. Their activities is pleasing to the Supreme Lord. Their activities pleasing to Lord Hari. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 13 verse is saying, Ata pumbir dija sreshta varnasrama vibhagasa sunishthitasya dharmasya sansiddhir haritoshanam. Sansiddhir haritoshanam. Varnasrama, this Varnasram system which Bhagavan himself has created, there is a household life, Grihastha ashram, and that is a ashram, is shelter for following religious principles. And what is the goal? The Haritosana. By following religious principles, they are pleasing to Lord Hari. They always remain under the favor of Lord Hari, Haritosana. And as long as by following our religious principles, if we are not trying to develop our attachment, our love and affection for God, for Bhagavan, we will be never free from the bondage of this material world. Pitir na javat, pritir na javat, mai vasudeve, na muchyate deha yoge na tavat. We will not be free from the bondage of the body as long as we have not developed priti, love and affection for Lord Vasudev, Lord Krishna. So the household life, ideal household life, the goal is to be free from the bondage of the body and family, not that to be trapped more and more in the bondage of body and family. That's why this is the goal. But those people, those are unsuccessful. In the name of household life, they enter into household life. But they remain unsuccessful. They indulge themselves in sense gratification. What happens to them? They enter into the blind well of ignorance. The so-called family life, without under guidance of Hari Guru Vaishnav, without the guidance of scriptures and Bhagavan, that household life is a blind well, but nothing better than that. There is an analogy given in Srimad Bhagavatam by our acharyas. One person was going in the forest path for his business. And he heard the roaring of the lion, roaring of a tiger. The tiger is roaring. And he was scared, the tiger will come and eat me. And tiger started to smell human flesh and started to run towards this man. This man too was scared to save his life. He was running and running. At the end of the forest, he found one blind well. Blind well means that well, secluded well, there is no water and it is covered with the grass and trees. The man was thinking, if I jump inside the well, the tiger will not jump inside the well. So I will save my life. How to jump? He tried to take support from the nearby tree, holding two branches, but trying to jump inside the well. What he saw? He noticed tiger is outside waiting for him. And inside the well, at the bottom, no water, only big poisonous snakes. And they are all hissing. They are raising their hoods, they are hissing. As soon as the man will jump inside the well, all the snakes will bite and will die instantly. This is the condition. And the man is what to do. And then he found another problem. What is the problem? The two branches he's holding. The branches is two rats cutting constantly, black rat and white rat. They're cutting the branches that the branch will break after few minutes and he will be dropped inside the well. If he comes out, the tiger will eat. And if he jumps inside the well, then he will die from snake bite. Like he is in the verge of death. What to do? In the meantime, on the upper branch, he found there is a honeycomb, very beautiful. Honey is full, honey is there. And honey is dripping from that honeycomb. The man forgot all this problem, the situation surrounded him. He forgot. And he remembered, oh, now let me taste the delicious honey. Honey is dropping just in front of his mouth. And he opened his tongue and started to taste the drop of honey coming. In that condition even, when is the verge of death, instead of he realized and tried to save his life, he's trying to taste the honey. What type of man is this? This is a picture of the materialistic person in the so-called material world. What is the tiger? The tiger is death personified. And the snakes inside the well, what is that? The snakes are the problems in this family life. And that well itself is family life, that is blind well. Where he want to save himself, that is the blind well. And the snakes, they are the problems, and the one problem can kill us, finish our life in this so-called material world. And the branches, oh, this is, I am young, my life, this is our life, family life. It is my life. But how long you will survive? The two rats, black rat, white rat, they are the day and night. Day and night, they are diminishing. One day passed, one night passed. The black rat and the white rat, they are the personified day and night. They are eating your lifespan. And we will finish. And the honeycomb, what is that honeycomb? Honey dropping, what is that taste of honey? That is the so-called material pleasure in this so-called family life. So this is a picture, analogy for the family life. How the unsuccessful person, those who don't, an uninterested person, they are in the so-called family life, their life is this. They want to jump in that blind well. Prahlad Maharaj, alas, what a pitiable condition. Prahlad Maharaj in Bhagavatam is saying, Hitva atmapatam gruhandakopam banong gatojat harim astrayet. One intelligent person should give up so-called family life. This blind well should give up. Where to go? Go to forest and take shelter of Lord Hari. Banong gatojat harim astrayet. Somebody will tell, oh, there is no forest, where I will go? Why I need to go to forest? My house is nice, I am happy. There is a codes of conduct of our ancient sages are written so many codes of conducts. Mata jasya gruhe nasti bharja cha apriyavadini aranyam tena gantavya jatharanyam tatha gruham. If so-called family life, there is no mother, responsible mother, who is not looking after the family, not acting as a real guardian mother, that family neglected, or there is no mother in that house, no guardian is there. Bharja cha apriyavadini, the Bharja so-called wife is quarrelsome, not cooperating in religious principles, unqualified. So-called wife is like that in that house. That so-called house is a forest. Aranyam tena gantavya. If the wife is like this, mother is like this, guardian is like this, what type of family is this? that house, staying in that house is as good as staying in the forest. That's why better somebody who stay, rather than staying in such a family life, better go to forest. Because your house is already like a forest. There is no house at all. What type of life is this? What type of happiness? What type of family life is this? That's why one should encourage others. One should try to understand what is ideal family life, and then he should be able to understand real happiness, and he will be free from the bondage of this family, bondage of this material world. So general question comes then, with my children, with my family, how can I maintain the family so that I will not be polluted and I will not be contaminated from the evil effects, contaminated effects of this so-called material world? How to do? There's some sincere devotees, they come forward to Guru. Oh, I want to have Gurudev give permission, I want to have a nice, proper marriage life. The Gurudev not always encourages. No, it will get bondage. But again and again insisting, the Guru what will tell? Okay, you do then. But what happens? If that disciple doesn't take guidance, after some time he started with household life, but he end up with a miserable life, suffering life. And some devotees, they try with following religious principles and they end up with a family life. What a family life? The so-called material family life. How can this happen? There was one disciple, they came to Gurudev and told, Oh Gurudev, I want to read Bhagavad Gita. The Gurudev told, it's very fine, you read Bhagavad Gita, you are staying in ashram, in temple, it's very fine. No, I want to read alone. We have so many disturbances, so much seva, I cannot do that. I should need alone, peaceful atmosphere, secluded place. Then there I will read Bhagavad Gita. Gurudev, okay, Guru understood, he needs some realization. Okay, you go and read Bhagavad Gita. He started reading Bhagavad Gita every day. Slowly, what happens after reading Bhagavad Gita, he keeps Bhagavad Gita, and after some time he finds that some pages are caught by mouse. So mouse comes and caught then he was so much disturbed. If every day the mouse will caught the Bhagavad Gita, after some time my Bhagavad Gita will finish. So much disturbance, what to do? He thought a plan, how to control the mouse. Then one cat is required. Just one cat can solve this problem. Then he went to nearby village, tried to collect one cat and kept the cat, and the cat, then mouse did not disturb anymore. But the problem increased. The cat needs milk. Who will give milk? Nearby village begging milk. Oh, please give some bhiksha, some milk to maintain the cat. Big problem. I have no time. When I will read Bhagavad Gita, I will collect milk for the cat. They maintain the cat. So then how to do? How to get milk? Better to keep a cow. Cow will solve the problem. If cow will give milk, then cat can drink the milk. I will peacefully read Bhagavad Gita. Then cow was arranged, but looking after cow is so much seva. To look after the cow, they feed the cow in the grass properly, and look after the cow said lot of things. How to do? Then he requested, how to do? The wealthy man, they donated the cow to him. But to look after the cow, and the cow said, then one man was arranged. He arranged one man who could look after the cow said, and everything, then milk was produced and cat was maintained, and no disturbance of rat. Some time passed like this. But problem, big problem, how to maintain that man who is protecting the cow shed, looking after the cow, who will feed them, who will cook for him? The Sadhu Baba, he cannot, not so much time to cooking. And how to maintain? Then he thought, this is my problem increased. It was a small mouse, now is big problem. Now I have to cook, I have to feed, and all these things how to do. Then he thought so much, consulted different people. They thought, end up with that, oh, I should marry. Because if my wife will be there, wife will cook and everything will do, I will just read my Bhagavad Gita. And after that, disciple, he entered into family life. Many months, years passed. The Guru remembered, where is the devotee who was supposed to read Bhagavad Gita and return by this time? He has not completed Bhagavad Gita yet. And what type of his reading going on, what realization he has achieved? Guru came to visit that disciple. When Guru came to visit that disciple, what he found? He found a big house. There are so many children. The big house. Where is that my disciple? At last he met him. He tell him, what is this? You were a renounced person. And you only came with Bhagavad Gita. What is this house and all these things? Oh Gurudev, this sansar manifested from Bhagavad Gita. This family came out from Bhagavad Gita. This is Gita sansar. This happens. If you don't take guidance, you want to do secluded bhajan, alone bhajan doing, then what will happen? And will one day by day will be trapped more and more and more, but will never notice. And some disciple, they also approach Gurudev, in marriage life. But after that, what they do? They become dependent on Guru. They steal from Guru. They steal from temple to maintain their family life. Instead of serving, they try to steal. What type of miserable life is this? Maintaining from temple, and they cannot maintain, they are not capable. Some disciple like that enter into marriage life, and Guru came to visit him. The Gurudev came, he was a simple householder, and then he started to serve Gurudev so much. Went to market, bought so much vegetables, some rice, grain, nice fish, nice arrangement, everything. Then Gurudev told his disciple, I don't need all these things. Just few days I will stay and go. You don't have to spend so much money because you have your family, you have to maintain. Why you have to spend all this money? Gurudev, this is all yours. This is nothing mine. This is all yours. Gurudev could not understand. This is so much dedicated, but he was a very miser person. But now how come he spent so much money? After few days, when Guru wanted to, today I have to go back to temple. So when the Guru checked the pockets, all the pockets were empty. He called his disciple, where all my money, donations, whatever I had in my pocket, where it is? The disciple told Gurudev, I told, this is all yours. That means that disciple stole the money from the pocket of Gurudev to serve Gurudev. This is also going on. This type of household life is not good. They are not ideal household life. Actual household life, ideal household life, they offer all their karma according to Rupa Goswami Pad in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It is explained that when one devotee, he may be household life or any life, he offers all the fruits of his karma to Lord Hari. Iha jasya harer dasya karmana manasa gira. By body, by mind, by his actions, by his speech, if everything he offers, all the fruits of his karma to Lord Hari, nikhilesu avastasu jivan mukta sa uchyate. In all circumstances, he becomes a jivan mukta. He becomes a liberated jivan mukta avastha. So, this is the goal of the ideal household life. One should become jivan mukta. He should be liberated from the bondage by offering all the fruits of his karma. That's why ideal family life, ideal household life is a blessings, is a boon for the society, because society will be protected. Society will become so much Krishna conscious. All the society people become ideal by real ideal family life. That's why our goal of Shastra, Bhagavan himself teaching, encouraging us to make us more ideal family life, so that society will be benefited. The karma, if that karma you are not offering the fruits, that karma will become the bondage, the cause of your bondage. But same karma, if you are offering everything for the pleasure of Lord Hari, the fruits of karma, then it will become the cause of your liberation. It will make us free from the bondage. Like the milk. If you drink milk, eat milk, lot of milk products, your stomach will be upset. You will have indigestion. But same milk becomes yogurt. It can help you to cure yourself, your stomach disease. So similarly, about the karma. Actually karma which is offered, the fruits is offered, that karma will help you, make you free from the bondage of karma, and you will become one day free from this material world. One last thing. Mostly household people, they think, if we do Krishna bhajan, we will become poor. Because there is some verse in Bhagavatam, our Prabhupada Maharaj quoted this verse. But actually this was the pastimes of Krishna. Glories of Krishna. That verse is Jasyam Anugrunnami Harisya Tadhana Sanai. Upon whom I will specially favor. Bhagavan saying, I will favor so much, I steal his material wealth, his property. This is actually, we should try to understand. So people have fear. If I will become devotee, I will go to ideal family life, ideal household life, devotional family life, then I will become poor. Actually, this is not. We have seen great devotees like Prithu Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, they are king, emperors. They are very wealthy. Janak Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Vaivaswat Manu, Ikshvaku Maharaj, they are very, very rich, wealthy. Same time, they are great devotees. How come? Actually, Bhagavan only steals the property, wealth, if that wealth it becomes obstacle in our path of devotion. To make us free, then that wealth Bhagavan steals away. In Prabhupada Maharaj's life, we see that he became poor. But actually this was the pastime of Bhagavan. After that, he got so much temples he built, so much wealth came. But this is the desire of Krishna, to encourage him, to prepare him, to preach and deliver the whole world. This is not common example. That's why this is the ideal household life. I just gave introduction why one should follow ideal family life, why one should do ideal family life instead of a low-graded, materialistic, animalistic family life. In next class, we'll discuss more how the ideal family life is. What should be, what is the role of the members? What are the principles? How one should do to try to deeply more understand what is real ideal family life, so that we'll be enlightened, we'll be encouraged to follow it and make our life happy, prosperous and blissful, and make the society happy, make the society blissful, and protect the society and help the whole world. This is very necessary. So we'll continue in the next class. Jai Prema Purushottam Sachinandan Sri Gaur Hari ki jai. Jai Rupanuga Acharya Srila Gurudev ki jai. Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai. Samagata Bhakta Brinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare